this audio stuff works out.
Yeah, it works.
Answer me a question. Who likes coming to the library? Okay, why do you like coming to the library?
Because it's cool, and we have motorcycle kids.
Let's go one at a time. You know what? I want to ask a question. I want to know, Michael, how many books do you think there are in this library? How many books are there?
2,000.
2,000? Dominique, how many do you think there are?
Same thing.
How many?
2,000.
Okay. So, Tony, what do you think?
100.
Eric?
200.
Okay, we'll go with 200.
2,002 million.
Okay. What do you think, Lathan? Okay. Who can tell me something they like? Who can tell me something that's fun? Eric, Satonia? What's something that's fun? What's something that you like? Something that makes you happy at home?
Say.
Huh?
It's my favorite animal.
Oh.
What is it, Michael?
A dog.
No.
Oh.
What is it? Monkey.
Okay.
Yep. I like to. Dad and my Uncle Sean are gonna get me a motorcycle.
Okay.
Bike.
Well, listen, here's the story. Anything that you like, everything that Lathan and Michael and Dominique and Satonia and Eric, everything that you like, we can find a book about in this library. This library is just full of ideas and full of fun and full of things that can make you happy. But the one thing we have to figure out how to do is we have to figure out how do you find the book that you want. Does anyone know how you find the book? Eric, what do you think?
We go over there and we and whatever the thing it starts with, we check it out and we write the number down and we'll find it.
Okay, you know what? It's kind of Michael. What do you think?
There's these little cards in those drawers over there.
That's
and,
what I'm saying.
and you look at the number on the book and then you try to see which one it is.
You're right, and you know what? That could be kind of like a treasure hunt. It can be kind of fun. You want to go? What do you think, Satonia?
You go over there
Mm-hmm.
and you get a card and then you hunt for your book.
You're right, and the hunt is kind of like a treasure hunt. Today we're going to be hunting for a certain kind of book. Who knows what kind of book we're going to be looking for today? Wait, Dominique, what do you think?
George.
Who likes Curious George?
Me.
Okay, let's go over to the card catalog and see if we can find a book for Curious George. All right, now, real quick, before we open these up, who can tell me for every one of these pieces of paper, there is a book in the library for every single piece of paper. And look,
not tell you.
how many books do you think there are in the library? Look at all these cards.
1,000.
Okay.
No, 1 million.
Okay, let's push all these in now. Tell me something. What does curious start with?
T.
Michael, what do you think? You think a C? Okay, who can point to a C?
C.
Okay, that looks like the place we might want to look. Let's see. Let's see. We can all take our time here.
D.
Wait.
Ooh, G.
Let's look right over here. Curious George and the pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Let me see it.
Here's what we do. Here's what we're gonna do. Who can hold it? Dominique, can you hold your hand right there? Yeah. Okay. Now, what I need to do is I need to write this down. Eric, do you see that letter that's by your thumb? What's that letter right there?
E.
An E. Okay. Let me write that down.
Okay, it's E. I'll tell you all the letters that
Okay.
are by my thumb. E, C, W, R.
Is that a U or a W?
U.
E C U R. Okay, you can close that up. Okay. Now. Here's our big thing. What we got to do is we got to go find this. Now, how are we going to find this?
Well, easily.
Now, wait, Michael. Wait. Eric, Satonia. Michael. We're gonna look at this. Look at this. On every single book, there is a number. Do you see the numbers on those books?
Yeah.
8. Hey, Dominique, is this the book we're looking for right here?
Yeah.
Well, look. No. Look at the number. Look at the number.
No.
Nope, that's not it. Eric.
Get out of my way, boy.
Okay, let's come over here. I'm going to aim you in the right direction and let's see if we can find our book.
Head almost went.
I think that this is the E section right here. Do you see these E's?
Yeah.
So what we need to, look Lathan, what we need to, see this right here? What we need to find is C-U-R. Right underneath.
No.
Right here. Look for C-U-R, Sutonia. Right under there. You can look down. It might be on a lower shelf. I'm not sure. C.
This is funny.
Let's see if it's this one.
You remember what we're looking for?
Curious George.
And we're looking for C-U-R. Michael's doing a good job looking. So,
Is this it?
what do you think, Sutonia? Sutonia might be there.
Oh, this is it.
All right. Here. Let's.
And it's all the Curious George.
These are all the Curious George books.
Here's one, Eric.
Oh, I
Okay.
got. Look at the one that I got.
Will you read this, please?
Okay. Very polite. Come sit down. And let's pick one out to read. Come on,
Will you
Eric.
read this, please? Oh, read this one. This
Okay.
one's French.
All right. Everyone, come pull your chair around here. Let's give a little reading.
No, this is my favorite.
Dominique, come pull your chair around.
Curious George.
Okay, we can put these aside. Okay, you can keep them right there. She can let her hold that one too. Okay,
Okay, we lost somebody here.
Eric.
Come on.
Eric.
Okay. Now, what we're going to be doing, the whole thing about this is that books are really fun, and that now that you know how to find a book that you really like, maybe when you go to the library, you can find your own books. Okay, let's see. Curious George goes sledding. Who can point to Curious George? Okay, Michael, go ahead. You don't have to raise your hand every time. You can just point, okay? And who knows this person's name right there?
The bear with the yellow hat.
Very good. Come on in, Eric. It snowed.
That you go in when it snows.
All right, rolling.
Go
All right.
downhill.
You're right. So, hey, Eric, why don't you scoot over here so you can see? Scoot over on this side by me. Scoot over here. You can bring that chair over.
Oh, Eric.
Wait, it says, "It snowed last night, George," said the man with the yellow hat. "Let's try our new sled." George and the man with the yellow hat went to the bottom of the hill. "You can climb the hill, George," said the man, "but don't get in trouble." Does George ever get in trouble? Yeah, he does.
He's a baby.
He's a Curious George.
You're right.
That's why he's curious.
At the top of the hill, Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez were watching their children play in the snow. Lisa and Paul were making a snowman. Their little brother, Jimmy, was helping. Who do you think the little brother is? Very good.
Jimmy.
How do you know that that's Jimmy?
Because he's small.
Very good. George wanted to make a snowman too. He started. You do. He started to roll a snowball. Why? You think George is cold out there?
No.
How come?
Because he got
Okay.
hair on his back.
All right. The snowball got bigger and bigger until it was so big that George couldn't see over the top. "Watch out, George," called Mr. Ramirez. "You're getting too close to the edge of the hill." What do you think's going to happen?
He gonna fall and bust his head.
No, he gonna fall and start rolling with the thing.
Okay. But George didn't pay attention. Suddenly the snowball rolled over the edge. It rolled down the hill, turning faster and faster, gathering more and more snow as it went. Uh-oh. "Watch out," someone cried. "Here comes an avalanche." Who knows what does anyone know what an avalanche is? Sutonia, what do you think? What do you think an avalanche is? That's a big word. What do you think that is?
It's something that's big.
Oh God, that's what's calculated.
That's good.
That's coming at you.
He's curious. George ran away as fast as he could. He jumped over a snow fence and hid behind it. Now he was safe. He peeked out and saw little Jimmy. Jimmy was all alone trying to climb on a sled. The sled started to slide toward the edge of the hill. Is that a good thing?
No,
this
Curious
could be
George.
trouble.
George gonna save it.
Okay, let's see. "Watch out," Jimmy shouted at his mother. "Get off that sled." Jimmy could not hear her. Is he getting close to the edge of the hill?
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Fun.
Big trouble might be coming. But George knew what to do. He ran toward the sled, and he jumped right on behind Jimmy. Hey, George, is he flying right there?
He's like, oh.
George held on to the boy and steered the sled with his feet. They were heading straight toward a tree. Do you think that would hurt if you ran into that?
No, but Curious George
but they're gonna.
Let's see, Mike. But George steered the sled away from the stump. Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez came running down the hill. "Jimmy, are you all right?" cried Mr. Ramirez. Jimmy just laughed. It had been so much fun. "There's that monkey who knocked me down," shouted a boy. Does he look? What's his face?
Man.
He looks a little angry.
Sad.
"Leave him alone. He saved Jimmy," said Mr. Ramirez. "3 cheers for George." Just then, the man with the yellow hat rushed over. "So there you are, George." Yes.
Look like twins.
"So there you are, George," said the man. "Let's go for a ride on the sled." And that's what they did.
That's the little boy's sled.
Uh-huh. What do you think? Do you like this book?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Who wants to read another Curious George book?
I want to read.
Read mine.
Hurry up, Eric.
I want to read.
Tony, we're doing.
Read mine.
That's mine. I want to
Okay, Lathan.
he naked?
Hurry up.
I'm telling.
This is Curious George
Can I read
visits a police station.
Can I read it?
I'll let you read something. Yeah.
Oh.
Dominique.
You tell it.
Curious George visits a police station. Very good. "We've been invited to the new police station, George," said his friend. Who's this person here?
The man with the yellow hat.
What's he missing?
The hat.
Eric, can you scoot? Right there.
Everybody said the hat.
Okay. Dominique, hurry up.
Now he got his hat.
See, that's the one that got his neck.
Tell me when you're ready. It's Tony. The police chief, the mayor, and the other guests were standing on the steps when they arrived. The first thing they saw inside was the new alarm system. What's this? What do you think this person's job is right here, Michael?
Wait, what?
This person right here.
He's.
Eric.
What we do? We get a little book.
George was curious. He wanted to get a closer look, but it was too crowded, so he wandered off to find something else to look at. Do you think that was a good idea for George to wander?
He's gonna get in trouble.
In the basement, he found rows of jail cells. Now George could have some fun. He climbed up the bars and swung from cell to cell.
He gonna get in jail now.
While George was busy clanging doors, the mayor and the chief came down to inspect the cells. George did not see them. Clang! George had locked them up. "Help!" the mayor shouted. "Who did that?" "It was that little monkey," the chief cried. "Guards, get him!" But no one heard, and George ran quickly away. George ran by the alarm system, then he stopped. Now he could get a closer look. George was very curious.
He was happy.
What would happen if he pushed that red button?
His alarm came out and
George thought he just had to find out, so he pushed it. Suddenly, sirens were screaming and police officers came running from every direction. Now George was in real trouble. He ran down to the basement. A policeman ran after him. George was caught.
He got in jail now.
"Lock him up," they heard someone cry. It was the mayor and the chief. "Will someone please get us out of here?" the chief shouted. The policeman holding George asked, "Should I lock him up?" "Well," the chief said, "he did lock us up, but then he also led you fellows down here to get us out. I guess we'll let him go." "Now let's go upstairs and get on with the ceremony," said the mayor. George was left alone in the basement, and he was soon swinging from cell to cell.
He gonna get in trouble again.
In the middle of the ceremony, a policeman came and whispered in the chief's ear, "We have a problem. One of the jail cells got locked again. Not again. Where's that monkey? They rushed down to see who got locked up this time. Were they surprised what they found?
It was the monkey.
It was
George.
I hope you learned your lesson, said the chief. I'll give you one more chance. Thanks, Chief, said the man with the yellow hat. He had been looking for George everywhere. The chief opened the door and George jumped into his friend's arms. Let's go home, said the man. And that's what they
He
did.
got skinny legs.
Okay. Hey, everyone, listen up real quick. Who can tell me what one thing they like about the library? Sitonia, what do you like about this place?
It's fun. And it's fresh.
What do you like about this place, Michael?
I like the Curious George books and the Dr. Seuss books and Robert Munch books.
Robert Seuss book is right there.
Lathan, what do you like about the library?
Because it's cool. Because it's cool.
What's so cool about it? What do you like about it?
The Curious George book. And
Rate this Curious George.
Hang on.
That's Dr.
black.
Seuss.
Not black. You
Give me a purr.
open it up. The Curious George again.
Okay, Eric, what do you like about the library? You came in here with me the other day. What do you like about the library?
I did too.
Mhm.
That's a nasty book. It's nothing but cats.
Let's close it up for right now. Eric, what do you like about the library?
I'm not showing.
Okay. Well, you know what? The whole
It's that I like motorbike.
okay. The whole thing that he likes motorcycles. The whole thing about this library, the whole thing about coming here today is to let you know that the library can be fun and that there's all kinds of books in here for you to check out and to learn about. We can go look around in a little bit, yeah. But so whenever you go home and whoever you live with and whatever you have going on, whenever you get a chance, you can go to the library and you can have some fun and you can find the kind of books that you want to read.
I went to the library with my friend.
Good.
I got me a library card.
You do?
Yep.
Good.
I'll check out videos. See?
Me and my friend,
When
we
I come
typed
back,
on the
when it's
computer.
gonna be on the day that we buy stuff, I'm gonna get a Winged Movies. Let me close up the book.
All right. So who can tell me if you want to find a book in the library? How do you find it?
Go for it.
Michael?
Go hunt for it.
How do you hunt for it?
Go over there. Go. Hold up. Go for the card.
Wait, listen to Michael right now. You get your chance.
Go see what stuff it is, then write on a piece of paper, and then
Careful.
Oops.
And then,
try to
I
find
have
it.
it.
okay. What do you think? What do you think, Tony? How do you find the library? How do you find it?
You get a card,
Mhm.
and then you go look for your book. And when you got it, go check it out.
Okay. I'm not sure. Hey, Lathan, if you want to find a library book on basketball, how would you find that?
Oh, I know where it is.
Wait, let's let Lathan answer. How would you find it on basketball?
I don't know up there.
What letter do you think basketball starts with?
B.
Very good. So is that what you'd look it up under?
Yeah, I like basketball.
Okay.
Here's a basketball book.
And whose name is spelled L-A-T-H-E-N?
Yeah.
And whose name is spelled Sitonia? And whose name is spelled Dominique?
Purple.
Okay, well that's the color you got for right now. Can you guys hold these all up? And on the count of 3, can we all say, let's look right here and hold them all up. And on the count of 3, hold them all up that way so they can see them. Come over here, Sitonia, like this. Like this. Like that.
Dominic, you guys remember your grandmother, don't you? Do you guys remember her? Yeah. And do you want to know how old she is now?
Yeah.
If you guys would ask me. She's 53, isn't that right?
No, she'll be 58.
58. How many?
Around 50.
When she died.
When she died 4 years ago, wasn't it right? 4 years ago. And you know that's Robbie up there, her son that she left behind.
When the Robbie was born.
Look. In January.
In August.
No.
January 20th. 22nd?
23rd, Mom.
23rd. You're right. That was her son that she left behind. Okay, and you know that's your Aunt Vicky up here, you guys.
Where's Vicky?
Vicky right there.
Vicky. When she was
On your
born.
father's side.
Here's Vicky.
Vicky right there.
Mom, when she was
Don't look at the camera.
Don't look at the camera.
The picture.
So when she was born.
Vicky was born. She was born in Daytona Beach, Florida. She's 35 now.
35 years old, his sister.
She's one of 16 kids.
Don't look at the camera.
Okay, and then you know from here on, this is my baby sister.
Well, where was Devin born?
David was born in Vancouver, Washington.
Well, when did that baby was
Stop
born?
it.
Mom, Clifford just hit me.
Dominique.
When was his daddy born? She was
In Detroit.
I know. We
In
were
April
2
the
years old.
11th. Yeah, April the 11th.
No, that was your brother's birthday. Okay. Well, okay, then here's a picture of your grandmother, your other grandmother, right here. This is his mother.
Did she die?
No, this grandmother's still alive right here.
Who? That's
That's
Betty?
your daddy's,
Daddy.
your dad's mother. Yeah, she'll have to tell you something about her. Go ahead, Clay.
My mother?
Yeah.
My mother was born and raised in Georgia. She had 24 kids, 16 of us lived. I have 3 sisters up here. And she have like 70-some grandkids and about 35 great-grands. She still resides in Florida. She comes out here every 2 years to visit. And she was the oldest of 2 girls. It was 2 girls and a son. She was the oldest of 3. My uncle, his deceased now, and
Wait, cut, excuse me. Mr. Killingsworth, can we get Mr. Nelson on?
Clifford, come here.
Because you had no food.
Okay, look here.
What's up?
See this picture here, where's all the other pictures at? Put it around.
Yeah, that's what we should do, is just spread them around.
Yeah. Okay. This picture here, this is a picture of your grandmother that lived in Florida. She had 24 kids, 6 of us lived. She was the oldest of 3. My uncle on my mother's side is deceased, but she do have a sister residing in Daytona Beach, Florida. She comes out every other year to visit, and it's really great when she come out. I also have 3 sisters that live here. I have 3 sisters that live here. 1 live in Clackamas, and 2 live out by right past Kmart through Park Rose. My mother, she's semi-retired now. However, my father did never get married, but she did bore him 11 children. My father had been deceased ever since 1963, and it was a big age difference between my mother and my father. My father was born in 1905. My father was a Zulu. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather was all Zulus. My mother's mother, which was a slave, she was born in 1900. So you can see the difference. Wasn't too much difference between my grandmother and my mother's age. My mother now, she's living, she's healthy. On my father's side, my father has a family. It was like 14 in the whole family. It was like 11 boys. And the last one to decease was my uncle. He passed about 10 years ago. He was the last of the Nelson brothers. I do have 2 aunts that still living on my father's side. One live in Thomasville, Georgia, and one live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have a lot of aunts and nephews, my uncles, first cousins. So it was educational for me to really find out my family tree on my father's side. I think it was very interesting for me to take and find out that I had Zulu blood in my body, something that I didn't know. I always said I was a black man. Well, I'm a black man, but to be educated and see that I have part of Zulu in me, it was that more interesting to me to take and really look up and see where the Zulu tribe originated from, some of the history behind the Zulu tribe and what they did. And one thing that I know that the Zulu did, they had a big conflict with the British. And I know a lot of people have seen Shaka Zulu. I show it to my kids. That is true, you know, things that they went through, you know. So just to know where I come from and to try to educate my kids. I have fathered 34 kids, and everybody asks me, well, why? It wasn't something I was trying to do, but they're my kids, and I love my kids. I can't do everything I really want to for my kids, but I still love my kids. That did not stop me from loving my children. I have kids that live in Northeast Portland. I have 6 here in this home.
You got pictures of your daughter.
I have a daughter named
Chrissy, she's on there.
Christina. She's 17. She go to Madison. Her mother's name is Anna Forbes. I also have a daughter named Celestine. Celestine is 18. She'll be 19 this coming spring. I also have a son. This is Christina right here. She graduated from Harriet Tubman a couple years ago. I have a son, Charles Jeffrey, who lives in Seattle now with his mother. He's going to University of Washington. And he have a brother named Jonathan that's going to school up in Seattle also. My other son out on the West Coast is Clinton Jerome. Right now he's living in Chicago going to school. He's going to film school. He's been living in Los Angeles for the last 15 years. And they decided to send him to film school. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, I'm very proud of him. His grandmother lived here. Over on Rodney and Philly. So he comes periodically, you know, on holidays to visit his grandmother, and he come by and see me, you know. So now we really have a good bond with one another, you know. And me and Jerome was talking recently about our family tree, you know. He know everyone on his mother's side of the family. So now, for him to get to know people on my side, you know, this is what he's very interested in, you know, learning his older sisters and brothers, as well as his aunts, his uncles, and he just let my mother know recently that he's gonna come down and visit her during spring break, because last time she's seen him, he was younger than Clifford, you know. So, you know, when he called, he really made her day, you know. So, you know, I feel kind of good, you know. I really do. I've had 4 kids to go through Head Start. You know, I had Melvina, Clinton, Richard, and Maisha. They attended Head Start over John Jackson. They have graduated. All 3 members attended John Ball. Clifford, he is presently in early intervention. A program that's ran through Multnomah County. And he's also attending John Jackson. So I feel kind of good because the same teachers, the same 3 teachers that have taught my 3 kids here, they are also teaching Clifford. So I think that's a plus, you know.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, can we get, you know, your son will tell you when you did, like, can we do another take of you talking about your family tree from the Zulus all the way up now? I mean, just real briefly concentrating on that and how important it is for you to share that with your kids. Because you said it before, I just want to do a take 2 so that, you know, we see which one looks the best.
Right, okay, I understand what you said. Okay. You know, I think it was very educational for myself to really find out, you know, who I am and where I come from, you know. So to find out that my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather was Zulus. I think it's very important for me to educate my children and let my children know, you know, that some of the blood runs through their body is Zulu, you know, and to let them know that a Zulu tribe is a tribe that's in Africa, you know. The next thing is to get a map and pinpoint you know, and show them exactly the area that, you know, this area here, this territory was Zulu territory, you know. Zulus was warriors, you know. They was great warriors, just like the Watusis. They had different areas they governed, you know. These are things that I want my kids to know, you know. I want them to know that their great-grandfather, he was a Zulu, you know. Myself, no, I'm not from Africa, but my people, you know, my father, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, they came from Africa. They were slaves, as well as my grandmother on my mother's side. You know, she was a slave also. You know, she was born 1900, December 25th, 1900. You know, so these are the things that I think that I want my kids to learn and to know. You know, where one day they could tell their kids. You know, and this is what keeps the family tree going. You know, excuse me. I think that a family today need a lot of unity. You know. Need a lot of togetherness, because you have so many families today that's breaking apart. Float and let my kids know exactly, hey, you know, where I'm from, you know. Yes, well, I was born and raised here in America, but yet and still, my bloodline came across that water, you know. And this is what I want my kids to know, you know. On their mother's side, they had Indian off in them, you know. So to have Indian, I think, you know, they need to know the ethnic background of not only myself, but their mother also. You know what I'm saying? That is so important today, and it's very educational. You know, Clifford, stand still. You know, so you know, that's the parts that I look at. You know.
Okay, that's perfect. What we like now.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Come on, baby, help me get your brothers and sisters around here.
Come on, Clinton, Dominique, get around this table.
Here.
Come here.
Come on, young.
No,
you
no,
want to
no,
be in the
don't
picture?
do that.
You got to
Come on.
be over here. Come on, man. I need you right in the middle, right? We got a big spot for you over here. Are you going right? No, young man.
And y'all talk.
start talking, because remember that mic picks up everything.
Go ahead on, Clinton.
Pick your picture up.
Come on.
This is Dominique at Christmas time. I think it was last year. Wasn't that last year? I think it was. And this is my dad cooking. We went to camp. It was like for a church camp. And like if we didn't get enough eating, me and my sisters, we would go back there and, you know, talk to my dad, and he would give us some extra food and stuff. It was fun. My other sister, Chrissy, she didn't go with us. I think she was in Portland, Oregon. And this is the camp place where we went to. Like a couple of my friends went there, like 2 or 3 of my friends. And this is my brother's birthday party. He was turning
This is my
8
cake.
here.
That mine.
He was turning 8 here.
And this is me, right?
They was real young. And this is my old birthday party. Well, I think I was turning 5 here.
No, you turning 5 here.
I was turning 5 right here. And this was at Christmas time. Clifford was a little tiny baby. Little tiny baby.
Look at
And here's my other 2 sisters at Christmas time too. And this is me when I was a baby. All my other brothers and sisters. This is Maisha when she was a baby.
And this is my cake.
Here's Dominic and Clint right here.
And this is my
That's dumb, big claims.
This is me with some plastic baby. That's me what I wanted for Christmas.
This is my auntie Charlotte. She's in Detroit, Michigan. And here's my Auntie Gail's wedding.
This is me.
She was getting married. My dad was her dang, I forgot.
This is me.
Forgot. But he was in the wedding. I didn't get to go.
This was eating lunch.
So my brother,
This means Justin. He goes.
Justin still stays the same. This is Robbie and Jasmine.
And here go my dad in this picture.
You didn't take one of those pictures with me. Was the baby in that picture? You and Dominic was tiny. In this picture. Yes, you was. You were a tiny baby.
Come over a little bit.
No, when it was tiny too. What was you getting? A cabbage patch? I don't think you got that no more. I don't remember. Who?
Here goes Chrissy. She has on the telephone.
You know she always gonna be gossiping. Here, give me the picture. Dad. That's your cousin. Your cousin. There's your cousin. You know her name? There's you. How old was you? Like 5 or 6? He was 6 years old. He wasn't that big. I got one of those right here. When I was graduating from junior time, he couldn't get where I was because when I walked across the stage, she was way on the balcony, way up there. She had a black one, I had a brown burgundy linen.
What is this?
Some flowers that somebody gave to her. I didn't give me no flowers. I didn't want none.
Here go B.
No, that's me.
Yeah, she got you. Play ball with him.
Yeah.
Some water on him. His dad went out there and hit her. Why he hit her?
Cause she splashed some more water on her.
She was splashing on me and Zach.
And Sharonda.
I know we don't want to get wet.
Well, I always wanted to. By the time I became old enough, they were closed.
Yeah. Got some good things. Them was the good days. Portland.
That was during Superfly.
Yes. But see, I came here in 1967 when they had. Hey, excuse me. What? Don't run in my house. Yes.
Yeah.
Melvina. M-A-L-G-I-N-A. Maisha. M-Y-I-S-H-A.
M-Y-I-S.
Maisha. Clifford.
Marcy, stop.
Is that a G?
They didn't pass me.
They didn't pass you, what do you mean?
Like they didn't let me be the cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
I was the best dancer, but oh well, I guess they just picked on the white girls.
Is it still like that? Still got that picture of the white boys on the wall? It reminds me of that scene in Do the Right Thing.
What?
Roosevelt, when you first go in there, remember that scene in Do the Right Thing? When he said, where the...
So is this all right?
Hey, I know, Gloria Johnson, right? Mrs. Johnson, the English teacher? The only black teacher there.
I ain't even.
Oh, you're not in English yet? Okay.
Yeah, I have the next semester, January.
Okay, well, you'll meet her. She's a real nice lady. She's hard on you, but she wants you to learn.
Not her.
Yeah, she wants you to learn.
Yeah.
Loved you.
Yeah, you know, he eating up on his breadwinner. Excuse me for a minute. But then everybody was like, they was tripping because of that. But you know, your mother didn't cook? Why not? Why you won't do it? Cook? Okay, the spaghetti is not ready, but yeah, I'll bring you a plate. I'll call you that baby as soon as they get done. I'll bring you a plate over there. Yeah.
Now go and do what she told you.
Mother.
Hi, my name is Tasha, and my sister's name is Gloria. And this is my brother Wayne. And the reason why I'm reading to them is because my mom read to me when I was little. This book is called Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. And a little toy house and a young mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light, and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens, and good night, mittens. Good night, clocks, and good night, socks. Good night, little house, and good night, mouse. Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. That's the end of the book.
Okay, now I want you to do it again.
Start reading. We want to see your face, right?
Okay.
Please.
Hi, my name is Tasha.
Oh, wait, cut. Do it again. Here, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, my name is Tasha, and this is my sister Gloria. This is Wayne, my brother. And I'm reading to them because when I was little, my mom read to me. And this book is called Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there was these little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. And a little toy house and a young mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, cheers. Good night, kittens, and good night, mittens. Good night, clocks, and good night, socks. Good night, little house, and good night, mouse. Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering hush. Huh?
Why did you
I don't know. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night,
Okay,
noises
just keep
everywhere.
go back a little bit. Go back 3 or 4 pages and then do it again. Read it.
Why do you want to learn that?
Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. That's the end of the book.
I think Tasha could do my book.
Let me see the face cover of it, yeah. Now open it up.
Read my book.
Open it, yeah.
Read my book.
Okay, you ready, Mom? All right. Remember, you two, you go in after Tasha hugs Mom, okay? So here we go.
Okay, okay, Mom.
3, 2, action. Walking, walking, walk. Sit down. Come on, Tosh. Hug Mom. Wayne and Gloria. Okay, let's all look at Mom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice shot.
Now.
Tosh, don't look at me, baby. Look at the camera. Okay, let's try it again. Stand by, please, Mr. Killings.
Okay.
Come on, Mom. Wayne, I need you to follow instructions, Wayne. Come here. I want you and Gloria to go in at the same time. First, Mom goes in.
We're going to do it again. Let's see if you can follow instructions.
Okay.
All right. You ready, Mom? You ready, Mr. Killingsworth?
Roll it.
3, 2, 1, action. Mom sits down. Chilling. Tasha comes, give Mom a hug. Gloria and Wayne, perfect, perfect. Come sit on Mama's lap. The best teacher for your child is your mom. Smile, 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 smile. 3, 2, 1, and that's it.
Okay, one more time. Just for
One more
real.
time.
Wayne, you did a magnificent job.
Yeah.
You did a
One
really
more
good job.
time.
Tosh, your timing's perfect, okay?
One more time. All right.
And when you hug your mom, we don't want you to give her a chokehold. Like, be a little bit more affectionate.
Okay.
You know? Okay.
Roll it.
All right, Mom, action. Happy best teacher for your mom sits in a chair like this. Tosh, Wayne, and Gloria. Just look at the camera. Happy, 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 happy. Oh, beautiful smile. Tosh, what a...
When I had the 2 little boys.
Right.
And she in the group, she was telling me about, she can give me a number because it's like,
What's your number?
Miss
Phil, it's the VCR Plaza.
And then like, I could just move it out and like move it to my own place for a while and then get like a part for me free. Because they said I gotta move it out if I want to be able to get it. But then like, since I miss my mom and stuff, I could just like move them, kind of like stay with my mom but still have my own place.
Well, let's sit down and talk about that. I run the Home Safe program. Yes, ma'am.
Marty was just...
Yeah, because I'm scared to lose my mom, but I'm on my own place too.
Well, see, that's one thing I hate about those programs. They break up families.
Because I love her.
Okay, I see what the problem is, Miss Littlejohn. It's not hooked up. See, everybody loves their mom, but...
When we doing the shopping?
December. Vocational village. I'll pay money to see that.
I'm in there. Clean this up, baby.
What's so funny? Something wrong with me going to vocational village?
No, I think it's great. Vocational village need people like you there.
What you mean?
Check them out.
Like real people, round the way girls.
I'm not no round the way girl, but
We need neighborhood girls to take advantage of that program. Plus that.
Oh, y'all want to see
Little feet.
No, which one?
See his little toes?
Yeah.
Guadalupe, you have pictures like these of your baby?
Yeah, she brought them.
Really? That's the skull. That's what,
She said that's the skull.
Why is the skull ugly to you? Face
I got that one different at a different time because first I got the ultrasound PR5 on my butt, then I got that one, like you know how they check the bones and everything.
I'll be there.
They check these.
Sucking his thumb.
My baby did that. My baby came out.
And already even when I was like close enough to the tournament when I took that like about 3 almost 4 months. They gave me a 70%
Tanisha, let's go to Dr. C. How come you so much?
No. And then, but the doctor didn't want to
Oh,
like
they
tell me
did one of these to her and she was frowning.
if it was,
Scene that we did at Jefferson.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have a screening, I think it's December 8th. And
And some is eating noodles and some is eating bananas. Some have kites, some have baseball games, and some have roller skates. And some are reading books to themselves, and some play farm. And Mama was using milk and water and then stirring it. And then soon, Baby was smelling the smell of this.
hey, Mama, can I get you?
Some Mama used milk, water, and stirred it. And Baby was playing outside.
Read a little louder.
Okay. And then Baby smelled it and smelled it, and then her eat. And then her put the frosting on, and Baby say, "Yay!" And then Baby was looking at it, and it was all gone. Some came up. And then the breast was growing and growing and growing. Baby touched the ladybug. And ladybug hit and ladybug smiled. And then her talked to a birdie. And then the birdie said, squeak, squeak, squeak. And then quack, 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 the duck. A baby boy, a girl boy. Daddy was walking the boy, and Mama was walking the girl. And then the bird says, squeak, squeak. And Daddy left and Mommy left. And then said, patty cake, patty cake. And then had ice cream. Some was dripping, and the other ice cream wasn't.
Okay. Now open it up.
There was a note in the bottle. And them all licked up the stuff.
Okay, go on, read.
And then some was wearing slippers, some was wearing shoes, some was wearing no shoes. Her sneaked into the children's bedroom. And it was raining and stormy day. It was nighttime. All the children went to bed. The cat was too old. He was sleeping by the box, and then the mice run, and then the cat was too old to chase after them. And then again, you know the airplane was for the other rooms. And then the fly, 2 pennies. And then her sneaked out of those houses. And then her sneaked out of the house. And then there was argument, and then it got that. Her got out the door then Miss Indoor premiere asked if not at the
You can do anything you want. Okay.
Besides looking at the camera?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, well, look at the camera.
Oh. Well, I read to Brittany every night, at least for about 15 minutes to her and her brother. I feel it's important because we spend quality time together. We all can, ask questions about the story and ask each other about our days. And it's just family spending time together. At least 20 minutes a day. It's important because your children learn and they can tell you about the pictures in the book.
The best teacher for your child. Your children. Were you guys raised in Portland?
Who?
You or your no?
I was. He was raised in L.A. Inglewood. He just moved up here 7 years with his family, his mom and stuff. Yeah, destiny.
On this. Is you ready, Mr. Killingsworth?
Yeah.
All right, action. Mom walks in. Okay, get ready, Brittany.
Come on.
Go sit down. There you go. Perfect. Look at the camera, Brittany. Let's see them. Okay, show Mommy the books. Mommy, read me the books. Read me the books. Parents are the best teacher.
Welcome to the public library. This is the Albina branch library of the Multnomah County Library System, one of the 14 different places you can use your library card to get lots of different materials, books, videotapes, cassettes, and much more.
Thank you.
I'm not doing anything, so don't get me in this.
Muhammad.
Hey, this is heavy, big. Can you take a picture of us?
Where's the baby?
Huh? Like here?
Huh?
Right here.
You want me to go through this again?
Oh.
Right here.
Well, he's videotaping.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be in the shot.
Okay.
Well, that's all we need, Mr. Killingsworth. Tell them why you're here today. Wait. Let Mr. Killingsworth get ready. Smile. Can you take that toothpick out your mouth?
Yeah.
All right.
The reason why I come to the library is to do my reports for school and stuff like that, read books. And I come to the library to do research, to find out research on papers and stuff that I gotta do for reports at school and stuff, find out information.
You want some more?
That's it, Mr. Killingsworth.
You want some more?
Oh, he wants you to do it again from the top, please. Look at the camera.
The reason why I come to the library is to do stuff like book reports, read books, come check it out, see what's happening in the library. The reason why I come to the library is to find out information for research papers and stuff like that.
Always used it, but you really want to thank your mom for turning you on to this place because it's helped you so much all your life. And when you go older and get married,
I'm rolling.
You're going to bring your kids here.
Okay.
Okay, ready, stand by, and action.
Well, when I was a little girl, my mom used to bring me to the library. Like, if I didn't have nothing to do, she used to say, well, why don't you go to the library and read something, read a book. It's always nice to read, you know, and learn and stuff. And I thank her for bringing me here because it's taught me a lot. And I find out a lot of information about stuff that I don't know about. Different things like that.
Okay. And how you can also put in, if you should have some children, you might, go on.
Yeah, well, if I do have children, I would bring them to the library because it's nice for them to read, you know, and learn about different information that they don't know about. Just to sit here and read, it's nice to learn how to read, I think.
One more time.
Do the last part about when you grow up or get older and get married and have your children, you're going to bring them to the library so that they could learn what you learn.
Okay. Well, when I get older and have children, I would bring them to the library because I think it's nice for them to read and learn how to read because many children don't know how to read. So I think the library is the first thing you should do when your children get old enough to read. Bring them here so you can teach them. I think the library is the best place for children to learn how to read because there's a lot of variety of books here. A lot of different ways to teach them how to read, different stories.
All right.
I'm going to get you home.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Okay. What I do is...
Now tell us first, take two. Tell us what you're doing first. Okay. Say I'm at the computer catalog. It's very easy to do, and this is how you do it.
Okay. I'm at the computer.
No problem.
Take your time.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Here I am at the library at the computer catalog, which is very easy to use. What I do is I pick a category that I want to choose using the title or either by the author, and I type it in by the author's name and the last name, and I push enter, and it brings it up, and then it has a different categorizes of books, and I choose which one that interests me the most. And then I go look it up by the number. Over in the book sections, now they're categorized by the entertainment or successful life, family life, and different things.
It's easy?
It's easy.
Cut.
Let's see. Let me mess around with you doing some stuff here. Go on.
Okay, now go ahead and use it so we can get a tight shot of you using it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to just type anything. I don't care what you type. I won't go that tight on it. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at my library card.
Read me this.
Hey!
Planes.
I can't
Reedy,
sit
what's he
there.
getting ready to do?
In the sky. Planes are flying.
What do you do in the
This
morning?
is a jet.
People in it.
People inside, that's right. She's go planning on walking. There's an airplane destined across.
What is this hanging on the line?
Ooh.
I know.
Can you read that?
What is he?
Little baby, little red, the cow jumps over the moon. Mama,
What is she?
the dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish red.
Shane knows how to read story.
I see the moon and the moon. I think I remember this.
That's what it says.
God, I think I remember this. Read it.
Show me.
Put this back and give that little book. Like that.
Here.
Search and spell.
Okay.
Here
This one.
is my pencil. Here is my stuff. When I get on here,
Yes.
clothes, I shout. Whoa, this clothes. Just a bit.
Daddy's arms.
Roy.
Okay, Tim. How often do you come to the library?
I come at least once a week with my son here. We're members here at the library. We're such members that we have a Multnomah County library card. It's very important for your children to have cards so we can have books.
Farmer, and he's riding on his way. You read. What do you do when you come to the library?
We get lots of books and we read, and we also read when we get home. This afternoon we brought a buddy with us and she's reading with us today. What are you reading?
With a mouse on it. The mouse on it. Baby.
This is brown. We'll do brown.
No.
Dress.
I got no belt. One little bear.
Okay, you want to go through that again? You want to
You
go through
gotta
that
read
again?
louder, Alex.
No. I mean, you want to ask that question
Okay.
again.
Which question?
The first one you asked.
Please, Cameron, now I'm gonna put you out in the car,
you
okay?
ready,
Because you're
Tim?
not even acting
It's
right.
just like car.
We need to do it again. How often do you come to the library? What do you do when you get here?
We come to the library at least once a week and we get books and we read them to each other. And today we brought Alex with us and she's reading us a book now. Where were we? Five Little?
Baby.
Tell us about the library.
Library cards are very, very important. We have library cards.
let's
They
see
give
that.
them
Wait.
Wait. Start.
Okay.
We get library cards here. They're free.
No, start from the beginning. Tell us about library cards.
Library cards are very, very important to have. And they're free, and you can get them at any library location. You just fill out a little paper and bring their book back on time. And they won't charge you anything, and then you can take your books home and read them there. As you can see, there's lots of books here and lots of things to read. Sure, darling. Rooster's off to see the world.
Excuse me, what do you do to help or teach Cameron how to take care of his library book?
I show him by examples, by showing him that I don't just go home and tear my books up, and we put them by the door so we can keep them, so we can bring them back on time. And Cameron has his own card. Here's his card here. Hey. And that's what he checks books out with.
Okay. Honey, where she go? Here, I'll show you.
Come on, Granny.
Okay, you have it.
Oh, ready?
Yeah, you want to give me the books? Thank you, Cameron. I'll check you out. Now, there's the card. Thank you. Well, today we're going to do it differently.
Do I have to get it back?
You do get that card back. You sure do. Now, Cameron, tell your mama you get these books until December 22nd, okay? And if she wants them longer, all she has to do is call us. And we can give them to you for longer. All right? Yeah, you tell her that.
I'm just heavy. I need a.
What do you need? A bag. Let me see if I can find you a
Go back over there, ladies, as she did now.
All right, Cameron. This works for a bag. Not real fancy.
Maybe it works.
It works, huh? Okay. Got it in there. Here, I'll hold the books. You bring the bag. There you go.
It works. Right. It's heavy. And I'm gonna be that mouse. I'm gonna be that line. It's my turn. It's my turn, okay?
Got them put up?
Yeah. Rabbit, look at the game I found.
What do you got?
Isn't it really fun? Do you want to play it with me?
What you got?
No, thank you, Mouse. I
Talk or just you to be on the video.
am going to be in a race. I'm him. I'm that one. Can I jump with you? I got this from Mom. You're too little to jump. Play with me. Just like we'll get in my way to play your game with you. Your game with you. I'll tell you when the show starts. Hello. Hello, squirrel. Hello, mouse. Where are you? Want to be a squirrel? Okay. Hello, squirrel. Where are you going? I'm on my way to work. Say I'm on my way to work. I'm on my way to work. Okay. Now.
See some teeth, Rose. There you go. I don't want you to put folks to sleep now. Don't read with your lips, though. We know you went to the Portland Public Schools, but you don't have to. Shake your head like, mm-hmm. I heard that. Very good. Public library in the community mean to you? Do you enjoy coming here? Would you recommend it to other parents? And stuff like that.
Am I on now?
Yeah.
Oh.
When you get ready to answer, I'm rolling.
Yeah, we got it, baby.
Okay, so
Did you grow up in the library?
yeah. Well, when I was little, yeah, we
What
can.
books does he like to read?
He likes Sesame Street books. He especially likes the Bear-Stained Bears. Just all the little kid books.
So how long have you been coming to the library?
I've been coming to the library since probably when I was
Put them right here.
Books that your son likes to read.
But come back,
He likes Sesame Street books, any books to do with the Power Rangers. They don't have too many of them out, but any books like that, and the Bear-Stained Bears. Just all the small kid books.
What kind of books do you like to read?
I like the mysteries and romance books.
Does your son see you read?
Not lately since I've been going to school and work, but usually when I get from work, I try to read to him at least one book a night.
How often have you been coming to the library?
Well, before I started school, I used to take him to the library probably like twice a week because we live like a couple of blocks from the library on North Portland. But since I started work, I think we haven't been in like a month now. So,
Would you recommend coming to the library to other young parents and tell us why?
yes, I would.
for just to get
Okay,
out.
stop. Would you say, I recommend young
Oh, okay.
parents to come to the library because blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
I recommend young parents to come to the library to get away from the house for themselves, some quiet time reading, and just to bring their kids there, read books, check out books.
You know the red light didn't come on.
What is this?
It's a microphone.
Well, I wasn't looking because I was looking at her. Okay, so all we need.
Let me see. Let's see. You want that one, or we find something different?
I want one, the one with the big
With the bears on it?
and the dog.
Okay. Don't we have that at home?
No.
No? What about this, The Snowy Day? This is a good book. I read this book. Wanna get this one?
The one with the bear and the dog.
Oh. Let me see if I can find one.
That's John Henry.
That's it?
John Henry.
You want me to get that? How you know that's John Henry? You learned that in school? Okay, we'll get this one, okay? Come on, you already have 4 books. Want to go check them out now? Okay.
Okay.
Here, this is, the name of this book is Mail Critter. Here comes Mail Critter on the way to the post office to pick up the mail. See, there are a lot of letters today. I stamp them and sort them. Then I start my route. The first letter is that for Scat Owl. He lives up in a tree. He's looking around the tree. Stand up, Kitty. But that doesn't stop Mail Critter. The next letter is for Oscar. He lives across the pond. But that doesn't stop Mail Critter. Possum Child has a great big dog, but that doesn't stop Mail Critter either. Not even rain or mud or gloom of night can keep this critter from delivering all the mail. When I get home, I look in my own mailbox. A mail critter likes to get mail too. So he's sitting down reading his mail. He got a box full of mail.
Can you read mine? I can read this one.
Well, I gotta read Quincy one. Here, you take that and hold it. And I'll read this one. Come on, Kiki, come back. This one is I Spy. Come on. I spy. What you spy on? I spy something. That's blue and cute. It is Grover Munster. See Grover Munster? No, it's Betty Lou Boot. I spy something that's round and flat. Is it Bert's bottle cap? No, it's the amazing Mumford's hat. I spy something that's shy and fluffy. Is it Big Bird's kitten? I spy something that's pink and tastes great. Is it Cookie Monster's cake?
Yeah.
No, it's Cookie's cake plate. I spy something that's silly and blue. And red, is it Frazzle's nightcap? No, it's 4 monsters on a bed.
Oh, 60. Whatever's on there. All right.
Okay, you're all set.
Okay, let's go.
I might have some folks. Can you look
Okay.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Hi, we'd like to get some information about getting library cards.
How many cards do you want?
We need 4.
Okay, just a second.
Do we have to have any ID?
You will have to have some kind of ID that proves you're you. It doesn't have to be an address here. You could be from out of town just moving in, but I need to have something that proves you're you with a signature on it, and you will sign for them.
Okay.
Okay, and we can make cards today. They will be ready and to go in a few minutes.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. You guys have any questions about your library cards?
What if we lose a book? Will we have to?
Well, if you lose a book that you check out today, then the best thing to do is come in and tell us right away, because then you might have to pay for the book, but you wouldn't have to pay a fine on it. I mean, you don't want to wait too long. Come and tell us right away, and we might be able to help you find it. Okay, but if it's really good and lost, I mean, you saw it got run over by the bus or something. Actually, if it's run over by the bus, bring in the pieces. We don't charge you for a book that got damaged, okay? The pieces will clear your record. But if it's gone, somebody run off with it, come in and talk to us, and we'll work out a way for you to pay it off and keep using the library.
Okay. What if I had a library card and I checked out a book like 4 or 5 years ago, lost the book? And
3 years, we drop the records. It's been more than 3 years since you've had that book checked out. We're starting over fresh. Can I give you a pen or pencil?
Okay. Okay. How many books can they check out at one time?
It's up to you. We don't limit library materials. We allow the parents to do that. Make up their own limits.
Do we have to return the books to this particular library?
No, you don't. You can return them to any of the branches or at the central library, wherever it's convenient for you.
Okay. So with this library card, we can go to any library?
Yes, and there's a calendar that you can pick up on my desk over there, which will tell you when the story hours and the children's programs are. Sometimes they have adult programs at the bigger libraries, but all of us have story hours.
You guys go to story hour, don't you?
No.
No?
I don't know story hours.
At Head Start, don't you go to story hour at
Yeah.
the library?
Do you go to Saban Head Start?
Which Head Start do you
No,
go
okay.
to?
Saban
PC.
Okay, you probably go across the street to story hours. Same lady comes here and does story hours.
Oh,
so
okay.
we have story hours here too.
What if you go out of town? Can you take out a book out of there?
Yeah, you know, if you're going to be gone for a long time, we check the books out for 3 weeks. But if you know you're going to be gone and not able to bring those books back, you can call us and we can extend the due date. That way you don't get any fines. We'll really work hard with you so you don't get any fines. Okay? Any more questions?
Could we work off here and work it off?
A lost book?
Could we work it off?
We can make different arrangements. It depends. It just really depends on the circumstances.
So if I don't have any money to pay for the book that we lost, or he can come in and work off?
At the moment, the rules don't allow us to work off books.
Oh,
okay. However, in a family of 4, you can use whatever card is still good. Now, you've got a lost book on your card, you can use his card until you can get the money to clear off your card.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are ways we can do things. I've got to work within my rules.
Okay.
What if
Little, can you have a card?
If I'm really little, can I have a card?
Sure you can. We've got people come in and get cards for their babies, just newborn. All your mother's got to do is sign it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So all we want now, thank you, Mr. Killsbury, if we can get this family.
Did you want them to go with the books? She wanted them out the door. Okay. Wave it. Wave bye. Wave bye to Albina. Thank you for your questions. Thank you.
See you
Go.
later.
Okay.
Mommy, I'm in our library.
Here we go.